to live chat here on Smart Media channel. Um, okay, so it's been a while that we actually have a discussion here on live chat, but I just took it upon myself to just have a brief chat with you guys, just 15 minutes. And I've not been here for some time now due to CJS's of duty, but I'm here right now to just discuss something that happened yesterday when the Super Falcons came into the country. Right, very nice one, being patriotic as they are to win the Women African Cup of Nations for the 10th time. That's a very commendable one. One to the Super Falcons, and two for the Nigerian people. It's a pride to win that competition for the 10th time. Okay, they did the nation proud, and Nigerians were very, very happy when that result came out. Even when I found out about that particular result, I was very happy about it. But then, one thing that you know, one thing that will come to mind about yesterday's happening in the presidential villa when the president welcomed them, hosted the Super Falcons players. He hosted them yesterday for a dinner when they came into the country. He proceeded straight to the presidential villa. After some times, they went to the presidential villa. Of course, the president had earlier sent a delegation led by the SGF, the secretary to the government of the federation, for him to go and welcome the Super Falcons and bring them to the presidential villa. So actually the SGF, the president of Senator George Akume, went there to bring them to the presidential villa, and they were hosted by the president. But after the president gave them a speech, how that his wife, because of the match that was ongoing, wanted to abandon his dinner and all that because of the rising emotion. Nigerians were losing at first before Nigerians have to bounce back and did a surprise came back to win that match in by 3 goals to 2. They were down before 20 something minutes. They were down to 2 goals, down by 2 goals, but they have to fight back. The spirit of Nigeria have to fight back, and that spirit, and in that no, in that spirit, they fight back and won the match. But that's not all of those ones are very commendable. The president giving them a presidential welcome was a very commendable one. But if you look at the Nigerian economy now, we've been borrowing ever since to finance most of our capital project. All right, people have started joining the link, the live chat, please. Anywhere you are watching us from, you are watching me from, please do well to indicate and let me know who is watching. And I'll be very happy if you hit the like button, if you maybe draw a comment in the comment section, and also share the video. And very important, please do well to subscribe to the channel. Very so lot of packages here, cutting across news, cutting across news, of course, trending issues, and top-notch discussions that we have here. But basically, we give you what you want to know here, and we have discussions about things that are happening that you need to know. All right, so it's a very, very interesting one for yesterday. I just want to discuss, maybe have a thought about what the president did yesterday. As much as the president welcomed the Super Falcons yesterday, I don't know how your thoughts were when the president was splashing one houses. That's it's okay. Houses to the Super Falcons, of course, to celebrate their patriotism, celebrate their spirit, lifted their spirit. And then the money that the president splashed yesterday, I don't know whether the Nigerian economy we are going to borrow to finance that pledges that I know that we are drifting into. I know that we are drifting into politics. Of course, 2027 is by the corner. But is there a need for unnecessary spending? Is there a need? Am I saying that giving that money to the Super Falcons is bad. No, that is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's bad. But at the current stage of this economy, it's giving each and every one of the Super Falcons 150 million naira. That's $100,000 to each player, the 24 players. Then the 11-man crew that followed the Super Falcons to that competition got $50,000 each, aside that with houses and all the rest. Is it necessary for the Nigerian government to continue spending unnecessary? For me, that spending at the current state of the economy is unnecessary. If you give them houses, you give them bonuses. Of course, you give them. Of course, the NFS have also, there are other bonuses that for winning that competition that they will get. But at the current stage, just recently, just this July, they borrowed about 21, 21, was it million euro? No, 21. I think yes. This July, the President Tinubu approved. No, the Senate approved to President Tinubu to borrow about 1 point something. No, 21 points. 20, about over 21 million euros were borrowed by this same administration. So all of this borrowing is the borrowing, and the borrowing. With this borrowing and borrowing, should the Super Falcons be giving such a huge amount of, if you total that money, we're talking about that money is running into billions of naira, and so that if you total that particular money, that $100,000, we're talking about 150 million naira in the equivalent of naira. If you convert it, if you check the conversion rate of that money, we're talking about 150 million naira for that money. So for me, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Are they going to borrow to finance that pledge? Is he going to borrow to finance that pledge that he made to the Super Falcons? Know that we're into era of politics. Of course, 2027 is by the corner. Just 2027 is by the corner, and So, but we have to be careful on what to spend, how we spend, looking at the fragile nature of the economy. Well, please do well to like this stream. If you are joining me for the first time watching live stream here on the Smart Media channel, do well to like, subscribe, and share the video to, all right, share the video, and always do well to drop an emoji, maybe a reaction, and maybe drop what you think in the comment section, especially on the current borrowing spree by the federal government. So I'm just asking some questions. Is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu going to borrow money to finance the pledge he made to the Super Falcons yesterday? Because each and every one of them roughly is going to go home with 150 million naira, equivalent of that $100,000 that he pledged, that he splashed and pledged to the Super Falcons. The equivalent of it is $100,000 in the Nigerian currency, the naira conversion rate. So, but is it necessary? For me, it's not necessary. If you give them houses, give them by winning that competition, of course, you know what the money that they are going to get from CAF. Giving them a presidential welcome is okay. Pledging houses to them. Of course, I knew that whenever these pledges are made, it took time for them to be fulfilled. Or it took time for even the children of late, who is this player? Is this Monique? Something like that. Some of the pledges that I make long ago, it took them how many years for them to be redeemed, and that is when activists have to involve themselves. So if you are making some of the pledges, make pledges that you could be able to fulfill within a week, so that we know that okay, this one and off. Not making pledges that one, it will going to hurt the economy of the country. We are borrowing to finance our roads projects, our road infrastructure. We are borrowing to pay salaries. We are borrowing to, run the government. Of course, these ministries, agencies, and departments of government are. It is the money that was borrowed, because the money made from internally generated revenue and from the sales of petroleum are not enough to run the federal government. First, looking at the federal government structure of the country, the money generated within cannot finance the government, the running of the federal government. Of course, you know how much our legislators take home as salaries, as bonuses, as what do we call it? As yes, of course, as allowances. Are two just huge. So on top of that, we're still making pledges that we still go on to hurt the Nigerian economy. But by and large, we just hope and see how the President Tinubu intends to do. Because for me, making unnecessary pledges, although we know that we're running into the era of politics, but making unnecessary pledges to the Super Falcons at this, it's unnecessary. That pledge was unnecessary. The pledges we made to them was just unnecessary. Looking at the bad economy, on the struggling nature of our economy, I just feel hope that the federal government could do more. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu could do more than making unnecessary pledges. Of course, we're looking at 2027 is by the corner, so maybe most of these pledges will be influenced by politics. Of course, the 2027 election that is coming, the president will be seeking re-election bid and could do whatever he wants because he's there, of course. But we should try and look at our economy. Our economy is not in good shape. We should try to be careful and ensure that the right thing is done. So it's I just want us to maybe please, if you're watching the chat, let me know what you think in the comment section. Are we going to borrow to finance the pledge that President Bola Tinubu made to the Super Falcons yesterday? Are we should the government, should the president even made that pledge to the Super Falcons yesterday? So let me know what you think in the comment section. You can always come here and put down what you feel and what should be done rather than making unnecessary expenses. That expensive yesterday was unnecessary. I don't know whether it is influenced by politics. I don't know whether it's as a result of the 2027 that is by the corner. I don't know, but 150 million naira to 24 players and $50,000 each to the 11-man crew plus houses, guy, it's unnecessary. Yeah, you may feel okay, they deserve it. Okay, they deserve everything. They deserve everything. But looking at the current nature of the Nigerian economy, it is not advisable for the president to continue spending the spending spree when we knew that we are borrowing to finance most of our capital project. We are borrowing to finance everything on in this country. We are on a borrowing spree, and if you look at the total debt that the country is owing, you will be amazed. Okay, only this July we borrowed about over 21 billion euros. Okay, so we just hope that the government will do what is right. Okay, so we're rounding up the stream. Please do well to share, to like, and drop an emoji anytime you're watching this stream. Okay, so I just come back. We'll just have to resume and keep you posted. Keep you posted on what should be expected and what we should be doing, and and what the country is, how the country is being run, and then what should be expected by the Nigerian people. We just hope that most of the things we say here and most of the things we discuss here are listening, don't fall on deaf ears, are listened by the government for them to chart way forward for the progress and development of this country. But for me, on my personal opinion, it is unnecessary to splash such money on the Super Falcons. Looking at the bad nature of the Nigerian economy, it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. All right, please do well to like this video, share, subscribe to the channel, and please do well to drop your comment in the comment section. Like this video, very, very important. Okay, drop your comment in the comment section and let's know what you think about the government promising the promises made by the government on to the Super Falcons. Is the president going to borrow to finance such pledges? Let me leave that particular question to you and ruminate on it and provide answer maybe in the comment section later when the video drop. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day ahead. Bye for now.